Vision systems and equipments. In the picture is an example of a substation, a part of the transmission and distribution system that transform voltage from high to low or reverse. This is an example of an SLD or single line diagram. Here, what you can see is a power system in SLD form. The lines from the generator to the load are distribution transmission part of the system. An air circuit breaker switch can have both blade and stationary contacts equipped with arcing horns. These horns are pieces of metal between which the arc forms when circuit current is open. These arc horns are drawn further and further apart until the arc finally breaks. Air brake switches are usually mounted on substation structures or on poles and are operated manually from the ground. In a three-phase circuit, all three switches, one for each phase, are open and closed together. A box type or a door cutout shown in the figure has a fuse mounted inside the door in such manner that when the fuse engages two contacts, one on the top of the box and the other on the bottom. To open this cutout, the door is pulled open and allowed to hang downward from the box. The fusible element is enclosed in a fiber tube. When the fuse blows or melts because of excessive current passing through it, the resultant arc attacks the fiber tube, producing a gas which blows out the arc. For this reason, this type cutout is sometimes also called the explosion type. The capacitor usually consists of two conductors separated by an insulating substance among other materials which may be used. A capacitor can be made of aluminum foil separated by oil-impregnated paper or synthetic insulating material. Capacitance is the property of a capacitor. Capacitance depends on the area of the conductors, on the distance between the conductors, and on the type of insulating material. Line voltage regulator. The principle of operation of a line voltage regulator is somewhat similar to that of a transformer having taps, as previously described. This form of regulator has two fixed windings, primary winding connecting the shunt across a line, and a secondary or low voltage winding connected in series with the line. Secondary or series winding is provided with as many taps as necessary to vary the voltage across this winding. Single-phase oil circuit recloser. A recloser consists essentially of an oil switch or breaker actuated by relays, which can cause it to open when predetermined current values flow through it. The recloser resembles the repeater fuse cutout in many ways. Reclosers are usually connected to protect portions of primary circuits and may take the place of line fuses. The open type cutout is essentially the same as door type, except that the fiber tube enclosing the fusible element is exposed in the open. rather than enclosed in a porcelain box. This arrangement enables larger currents to be interrupted without confining as much as the attendant violent expulsion of gases. The tube drops when the fuse blows, indicating that the fuse has blown. This type of cutout is used on distribution circuits operating at voltages over 5,000 volts, although it can be used on lower voltage circuits. Pole-mounted capacitors. Repeater type fuse. The repeater fuse shown in figure is usually of the open type and consists of 2 or 3 fuses mechanically arranged so that when the first fuse blows and drops, the action places the second fuse automatically in the circuit. The trouble has been cleared. Service will be restored. Should the second fuse also blow, a third is also automatically connected in the circuit. When the third fuse blows, the portion of the circuit is finally de-energized. Now we are heading to the types of arrestors. This is an example of a rod gap arrestor. It's one of the simplest forms of the arrestor. In such type of arrestor, there is an air gap between the ends of 2 rods. The one end of the arrestor is connected to the line and the second end of the rod is connected to the ground. The gap setting of the arrestor should be such that it should break before the damage. When the high voltage occurs on the line, the gap sparks and the fault current passes to the earth. Hence, the equipment is protected from damage. Lightning valve arrestor. Such type of resistor is called non-linear diverter. It essentially consists of a diverter spark gap in series with a resistance element having non-linear characteristics. Expulsion type lightning arrestor. The expulsion type arrestor is an improvement over the rod gap in that it seals the flow of power frequency follows the current. This arrestor includes a tube made up of fiber which is very effective isolating spark gap and an interrupting spark gap inside the fiber tube. Here are other types of arrestors.
Sa tuwing simumayay, aking matitik ang simay ng hangin, sa akin ay lumalamig na.